Another day of marching higher. AgDay's Michelle Rook is back with more on what is continuing to fuel the rise in markets now.
Mixed closes in both grain and livestock futures on Wednesday. Rich Nelson with Allendale is back with us. And Rich, let's talk about the grain trade. Corn and soybeans showing some resilience, ending higher. So how much of this is technical versus demand?
There actually are some decent reasons for early stability on the corn side, certainly, especially when we look at our export sales here for this week, which apply to next week's report. We're going to have 3 weeks in a row of good export sales numbers. Ethanol is also beating USDA's current goal right now as well so far, so that's positive. Soybean side of things, we do have good export sales last week and this week. Question, though, is about future sales, especially now that Brazil is cheaper than us for current bids, as well as a Mississippi River concern here as well.
Yeah, when we talk about demand, Rich, what do you think is a lot of this export demand front loading due to concerns about the election, tariffs, whatnot?
And that's certainly a big question that bears could raise. Bears could simply say, yes, there has been good export sales and probably will be for another week or two ahead. The question that their argument might be is perhaps they'll be setting back after the election, or perhaps when we get more confirmation or denial about any U.S. trade policy moves.
Okay. So beyond some of these technical pops that we get, what do you think longer term? Are we putting the lows in, or have we put the lows in, and can we build on any of this?
I think certainly for the corn discussion, we can say that the lows are in. We can also say that current prices are undervalued by about 30 cents or so, but that is probably an export risk, which I can't say is really wrong for right now. Soybean side of things, I think we have a lot of questions there. You can argue that we are trading some type of 20 to 50 million bushel export risk, but bears could say, do we need to have maybe 75 or 100 million bushels? So I think the question about beans is still in front of us about this question about a major low of some sort here.
Yeah, especially if South America keeps getting rains. That really puts that in question, doesn't it?
It certainly does. So Argentina already has 2 weeks of normal rains under their belt. Brazil for 2 weeks had near normal rains, and certainly this forecast for this week and the next 2 weeks ahead, we're still looking at above normal rain. So I think the South American discussion kind of does squash maybe a lot of short-term hopes.
All right, thanks so much, Rich Nelson with Allendale. We'll have more AgDay coming up. Watch Markets Now with Michelle Rook on the Farm Journal YouTube channel, keeping you updated throughout the day on the markets at the open, midday, and close. Find out what moved the markets today and what to expect the market to do next.
To talk to Rich Nelson one-on-one, call 800-262-7538.